The scale of the Sony hacking scandal is growing by the day, with the technology giant revealing hackers have hit another of its divisions. Last week, Sony confirmed its PlayStation network had been breached. Criminals accessed credit card details and the personal information of millions of customers. Sarah Dingle reports that the crisis at Sony has raised more concerns about whether consumers can trust companies with personal details.
Cybercrime has become a fact of life, but the sheer scale of this attack caught everyone by surprise.
It's a very large black eye for Sony.
A sophisticated hack demolished security defences, with the shattered target a global technology giant.
You collected data about your customers for your commercial purposes. You jolly well need to keep it safe.
But Sony failed to do so, and its security collapse has ricocheted around the world. The PlayStation 3 was first launched 4.5 years ago to capture a slice of the lucrative video game market, worth tens of billions of dollars. Its key feature, the PlayStation Network, allowed users to play games against other users anywhere in the world. 2 weeks ago, the company took the PlayStation Network offline. It was another week before Sony revealed that the network had been hacked. Gamers around the world are intensely frustrated at the outage.
Oh my God. It's been a week almost, and hasn't gotten fixed.
First of all, I thought with the error code that kept coming up that maybe it was something that I'd personally done.
Gamer Peter Kinsley is one of the millions affected.
I put all our personal details on there thinking that with a company big like Sony that it'd all be perfectly fine and safe, but obviously that's not the case.
On the weekend, Sony executives issued an abject apology.
Credit card numbers and expiry dates were accessed. However, 3-digit and 4-digit security codes for credit cards were not leaked.
It does raise the question, if you can't trust Sony, whom can you trust?
Security systems expert Paul Ducklin believes Sony has failed in its duty of care. He says large-scale information theft can turn into an online black auction, with stolen data going under the hammer.
You might go to an underground forum and be able to bid that I've got 1,000 credit card numbers for sale, and you might find someone, yeah, I'll give you $10 for each of them, and then that person will take. So you might be able to sell 1 million credit card numbers in job lots to loads of different people.
Consumer technology journalist Alex Kidman says the real danger lies in the fact that names, addresses, birth dates and email addresses were also accessed.
My personal details remain my personal details. I'll always have the same date of birth. I don't plan on changing my name anytime soon. Having those kinds of details in the hands of, the bad guys, whoever they may be, does create a significant problem for the entire user base.
Sony really has double egg on its face. It's not just that they had the breach, it's very hard for them to say quickly exactly what the scope of it is. If someone breaks into your house and steals a load of stuff, you know that it's gone because it's no longer there. There's a big hole on the wall where the plasma TV used to be. When data gets stolen, the original copy still remains. So you need to go digging through logs, which of course the hackers may have fiddled with, to actually see who's accessed what.
It could take months for the full scope of fraudulent activity to emerge. The US Congress has asked Sony for a full explanation of what it knows about the hack. Inquiries are underway in Canada, Hong Kong and Britain, and Australia's Privacy Commissioner is investigating amid pressure to introduce compulsory disclosure of data breaches.
It is time we had mandatory disclosure in Australia, if only because our customers and people we buy from in the US and Europe are surprised that we don't have it. Seem to be a little bit behind the times.
As the victim of a landmark hack, Sony also has to rebuild consumer trust. For businesses everywhere, it's highlighted the inherent risk in stockpiling customer information, where hackers only have to be lucky once, but the companies have to win every time.
I'm probably going to be less trusting in future as to how much information I'm happy to just hand over to a private company.
So it's a little bit of a wake-up call probably to many businesses in Australia that might well have to look at themselves in the mirror and say, there but for the grace of God go I.
Sarah Dingle reporting.